Our final honoree today is Matthew Warner, class of 2006 for men's lacrosse. And here to present him is his coach, Tom Gravani, head coach of the men's lacrosse team. So while coach comes up, I'll tell you a little bit about Matt. So he was the 2003 Metro Atlantic Athletic Conference Rookie of the Year, and he was also selected multiple times to the All-Conference team. In fact, in 2005, he was the MAC Player of the Year. In 2003, he helped lead the team to the MAC Championship and a berth in the NCAA tournament. He's the current record holder for single-season goals with 52 and has 138 career goals. He finished with 192 career points. In recognition of his outstanding career in men's lacrosse at Mount St. Mary's, the National Alumni Association is proud to induct Matthew Warner into the Athletic Hall of Fame.
Before I get started, Brady, fantastic job, buddy. If you and your brothers ever change gears and pick up a different stick, come on over to my side. I'll take you. Colin, I got one thing to say to you, buddy. I love your story about being an athlete, right? As a younger athlete, but I'm just letting you know, donating is a sport, all right? So keep donating, right? You'll be first team All-Mount. And thank you to everybody for donating to Mount St. Mary's Athletic. Your support is greatly appreciated. So, just want to congratulate all the inductees on today, and certainly wish Danny and Maria best of luck today. Keep that rolling. Matt Warren, class of 2006. I'm going to tell you where I met Matt. Matt grew up 4 hours north of here on 15. You take 15 north, you run right in the belly of New York State, which is Corning, all right? His high school lacrosse coach was our assistant up at Syracuse, where I grew up, and he built a program similar. It was a small high school, similar to Matha. You can get kids out of that program, they're powerhouse players, you know. I met Matt at summer camp in 2002. Had the privilege to coach him up. You know, right from the start, Matt was special, all right? He was special because he was a lefty, right? This sport is dominated by righties, so, and Matthew was a lefty attackman, kind of like a point guard. He found the back of the net for us often. And again, you know, in my opinion, lefties are very special because they're unique, and being unique makes them special. So I was grateful to land Matt at Mount St. Mary's University. You know, moving forward, when Matt arrived, he became special to our team's success. In short, like Colin mentioned, we played in 3 of the 4 championships in the MAC with one trip to the 2003 NCAA tournament. And yeah, yes, Matt was special. He's a special athlete, but more importantly, Matt was special as a person. Simply put, he was a worker, okay? He was the type of student athlete that coaches seek or try to develop to fill their rosters. All right, college athletes who follow directions, pay attention to detail, put forth the character that leads the individual and team to success through discipline, commitment, and effort. Yes, athletically, he was a Division I athlete, no doubt. But you know what? Something held him back from getting here. His transition wasn't smooth, and I commend him on that. He had to retake one high school class on his transcript to get here, okay, to fulfill Division I policy, right? He had many top 10 Division IIIs hunting him, trying to steal him away from Division I. Right? He could have chose the easy way out and graduate, move on, play Division III, maybe put himself in a position to win a national championship. But he didn't. He didn't because he was special. Special doesn't ever take the easy way out. Matt retook the class, posted his grade, and he competed at Division I level. You know, Matt, I thought about this, and I'm certain that there were probably a lot of people that maybe doubted your ability to get here and graduate. However, I can tell you, there's 3 people in this room, right? Your mom and dad, and this guy who knew you could do the work and graduate. All right? So I really appreciate you helping me, right, pave the way for other kids by strengthening my relationship with admissions and having their trust. So, Mr. and Mrs. Warner, congratulations. Job well done, right? You developed your son as a young man who chose Mount St. Mary's and and we all knew he would do the work. So here we are today, Matt, right? Beyond the journey of a student athlete and a graduate of Mount St. Mary's, eager to hear your story and what the journey has become since your graduation. So, without further ado, Matt, congratulations on your induction to Mount St. Mary's Hall of Fame.
Thanks, Coach. I would like to take this opportunity to thank the Mount St. Mary's Athletic Hall of Fame for including me with all these great athletes, past and present. I would also like to say thank you to all of my coaches throughout my years here. Coaches Cole, DeFelice, Gravanti spent many hours preparing us on the field, but also for life after lacrosse. I was lucky to have played for a great coach like Tom Gravanti and with a lot of talented players while I was at the Mount, and they are the reason why I'm here today. I'm very grateful Coach gave me the opportunity to be a part of the Mount family. However, I cannot stand up here today and not mention my brother Brian. I'm very lucky to have one of the best big brothers anyone could ask for. If it wasn't for my brother Brian, I would not be here today. I would not even have played lacrosse. I always wanted to be involved in everything that he was doing, and that's how I started playing this game. We spent many hours in the backyard battling and shooting on goal, but most importantly, just spending time with one another. Looking back, these are some of my favorite memories. I also want to say thank you to my family for supporting me today and all the years that I've played the game. Thank you so much, Mom and Dad, for spending countless weekends driving Brian and I all over to make sure we had the opportunity to play the game. We were lucky to have parents that wanted to do this with us. Looking back, game days were a family affair. It always felt good looking up in the stands knowing that my family was there and that my grandparents were watching from their car, ready to honk the horn every time we scored a goal. I have so much to be thankful for because of this university. With the help of many committed educators, I got a 4-year degree. I met my best lifelong friends here. I even met my wife, Emily, here, and now we have 2 daughters together. It is such an honor to be here today and be a part of this community. Thank you so much.